Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, and in this video I'll be giving you my preview for day 3, the final day of the November Cheltenham meeting, and I'll be giving you a selection for each 6 races. So without further ado, we'll get straight into the action, and the first race today starts at 1:15, and I like a horse here in this conditional jockeys race called Solo Saxphone. 22 to 1 with bookmakers at the moment, which I thought was quite a big price for this horse in fairness. Trained by Dan Skelton, who had a 4th time at Uttoxeter yesterday. One of his conditional jockeys, William Marshall, claims a very nice £10 here, so it's going to take a lot of weight off this horse, making it really running off a mark of 112, and I thought it could be very competitive off this weight. Finished 6th here in the Fred Winter at the Cheltenham Festival when it ran a good race, and also as well they tried it in blinkers that day and it ran really well, and they're going to be applying the blinkers today, and that's the first time since it's running blinkers since the Fred Winter, so I thought today it could go quite well, and at a price 22 to 1 I thought was a fair price. There's multiple places being paid out with bookmakers. I know Sky Bet paying 6 places, and I thought this horse could go really well. Also as well, really interested in it's by Frankel, this horse, and imagine if a Frankel offspring actually had a winner at Cheltenham, that would be something. But also as well, another thing to add, it finished 6th on its reappearance at Market Raisin, and that form has been frank with Jersey Bean, the horse of Oliver Sherwood, winning Per Tom's network qualifier at Newbury earlier in the month. So that form stacked up quite well, and also as well there was a few other little links into that form as well that's come out and done pretty good too. So really, Solo Saxphone, I think the market's missed this horse, and I think it should be a lot shorter. In my opinion, if I was a bookmaker, I might have priced this up for something maybe 12, 14 to 1. I think it's got a good chance of definitely going close. We then go to the 150, and I like a horse here called Dynamite Dollars, who in my opinion should be favourite, considering that he's got a piece of form that ties in with a few other horses elsewhere. Now Dynamite Dollars is trained by Paul Nicholls, and Harry Cobden is booked for the ride. I think he's going to have a really good day. 11 to 4 bookmakers at the moment. One at Market Raisin, which is the form I'm on about, beating a horse of Chris Gordon's that I rate really highly called Highway 101, very convincingly, absolutely thrashing past him, beating him by 9 lengths in the end. Now, Highway 101 went to win a very nice a novice chase race at Carlisle earlier in the week, and also in that race you had Chesterfield, which finished 2nd to Clayman Forgan in a very close race. So at Uttoxeter, when they both made their chase debuts, and Clayman Forgan of Nicky Henderson is actually the current favourite in this race at the moment. So if you're saying that Chesterfield lost Highway 101 and Highway Up 101 lost Dynamite Dollars by 9 lengths, really you should think they're favourite. Obviously we need to know if he's going to improve on that, but really Dynamite Dollars is probably the one with the form and all that that's tied in with the others that really should be favourite, and I think is the one they've got beat, so that's going to be my selection there. We then go to the 225, and I like a horse called Prezien here. Paul Nicholls trained again, Barry Geraghty but for the ride in the colours of JP McManus, 7 to 2 bookmakers. This horse I thought could go really well today. Now this horse ran very encouragingly on its seasonal appearance, finishing 2nd in the Welsh Champion Hurdle behind Silver Streak, and that was a good performance that day, but I think it was just a bit of a sharp run, because I think they've got some targets, especially at Cheltenham this year. This horse actually won the Grand Annual earlier in the year as well at Cheltenham, so we know he likes the track, and I thought today he could go really close. So Prezien it is for me in the 225. We then go to the 3 o'clock Greatwood Hurdle, and I like a horse here. Again, it's a Paul Nicholls horse, but I think the market again has not found his correct price, and he's actually is attracting some support in places. It's Old Guard of Paul Nicholls. Lorcan Williams is going to be claiming £5 here, which is really handy. Now this horse finished 2nd in the Yorkshire Hurdle last time out, where I just think it didn't get the trip at Wetherby. I don't think he's a 3 mile. I think he's going to be better down in 2 miles. He finished 3rd in this race last year, but also on his first appearance this season, he finished 2nd in the listed hurdle behind Verdana Blue at Campton. Now I know there was a good win by Verdana Blue there, but Old Guard was giving this horse a lot of weight, and actually today Verdana Blue is going to be giving Old Guard a few pounds, so really they're going to be now more. Old Guard is now favourable at the weights. We know he finished 3rd in this race last year. He'll prefer the better ground as well, and I just thought at massive price, again with multiple places, Sky Bet I know are paying 6 places, I thought you can get 18-1, 20-1 out there. 20-1 was quite a big price for Old Guard, and for me, I think he's got a good chance of going close. So that's going to be selection there. We then go to the 330. I like Seddon here in the colours of the McNeil family, trained by Tom George, whose horses are running well. Adrian Heskin as well has been in a rich vein of form recently. This horse won very impressively on its chasing debut at Stratford with ease, beating a fair horse of Dan Skelton's called Not That Fuss. Also as well, it ran in some good races at bumper level, and the connections have always felt highly of this horse, and I thought Seddon, he's odds on now in places, but he's 6-5, best odds I've seen out there currently. I thought he could go really close, so he's going to be the selection there. Last race is the bumper race, the 4 o'clock. I like McFabulous here. Paul Nicholls in his Betfair blog actually said this was his best chance for a winner at the Cheltenham meeting. 2-1 bookmakers at the moment. Again, Harry Cobden booked for the ride. I actually backed this horse when it won at Chepstow, which was a very nice price. But if you would come down the home straight, you didn't think it was going to win. And then in the last couple of furlongs, went from a couple of lengths back behind the first three to absolutely show an incredible turn of foot. And one got away very comfortably in the end, winning by a couple of lengths. So for me, at the prices, even though I know he's favourite, I think he's going to be very hard to beat, and running up that hill at the end, he might just have too much with him, and we know he's got that turn of foot. So for me, in the 4 o'clock at Cheltenham, it's McFabulous, and with the backing of Paul Nicholls as well, hopefully it can go close. So that's going to be the selections there. Hopefully we can have some winners today. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter as well. I'm at LuckyLoaders15, and that's all I've got to say. So please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.